from our zero day in Bryson City, North Carolina. We are on the path to go down to a coffee shop. They have a few good little sounding coffee shops. So we're gonna kind of maybe do a coffee shop tour this morning. So let's keep going. Now we are off to go find some food. I had coffee, hot tea, pastries. So yeah, it's a cute little place. Kind of touristy. Lots of ice cream, candy, that kind of stuff. All right, let's keep going. I see another coffee shop, but I can't do any more coffee. Not right now, maybe later. To this Native American brewing because it smelled so good when I walked by. So let's try this place out. Right, it's just been dumping rain for a few hours and I hung out at the place that I was eating at, worked on videos, watched traffic, the train going by. So now it's sprinkling, but you know, I was ready to leave. It was a nice place and they played some dang good music. You know, my kind of music I love from the 70s and 80s. Led Zeppelin, Rush, AC/DC, Rolling Stones. Yeah, it's a good place. So now I'm making my way back to my little motel as it sprinkles, but at least it's not a downpour. I love little towns like this where you can just walk to wherever you want to go. You know, I don't know how close a little grocery store is. I don't need to go to a grocery store, but I mean anything else like shopping, coffee, pastries, things like that. My kind of snackage. So it's a real cute town. I like it. All right, I'm gonna keep walking. Hello everyone. Well, it is the end of my zero day here in Bryson City. It was so much fun. I enjoyed it. I feel well rested and I feel ready to get back on the trail. Even though it's rained all day, it's still kind of raining out there. And tomorrow there's not as high a chance of rain. I think like 36%. Today was just like all day rain. So that's fine. And then after tomorrow, there's really not as much chance of a rain. And then the last day that I'm hiking is supposed to get up like in like 90. That's going to be the highest temperature since I've been hiking. But yeah, no, it was wonderful. Oh, as you can see, I've got my Law and Order going back there. I love Law and Order. I used to watch that all in during college, and then yeah, even like after I've gotten out of college, I just still love Law and Order. I like that theme song and the doink doink. I love that. But I've got my backpack all ready, all packed up. I'm finishing charging my devices. I had my shower. I uploaded my last video. Well, not this one. I'll get this one uploaded, but so I'm all caught up on videos. Um, yeah, that was that. Today, what was my favorite thing? My favorite thing, well, besides just getting to be off and resting, I love going to the coffee shops. I love doing that. I like doing that at home too. It's one of my favorite things. And then I did enjoy my lunch. That was so good. I had the Philly cheese sandwich. It was so delicious. And the fries, I don't know what seasoning they put on those, but they were tasty. I could have eaten a lot more of those. But anyway, I'm all set. My shuttle will be here in the morning. I also got my shuttle set up for when I finish the Benton Mackay. That was one of my bookie that she's picking me up tomorrow, but since she won't be in town, she gave me the name of someone who does shuttling, and I got that all set up with that person. So she will take me to Asheville, and then I will be done here. So yeah, it's been a great day. It's been a great time off. I do realize that I really do right now, while I'm trying to get myself kind of back into trail shape, is 4 days on the trail and then go into a town and take a rest. That really is beneficial. So that's my thinking, you know, like on the next trail that I do, the next long, or, you know, through hike, I would kind of keep with that same thought. I would do like say 8 to 9 miles a day. Try to just do that. Try not to do more than that. And then like every 4 days or so right there, go into a town and rest. And then you gradually work yourself up to where, you know, you can either hike more miles or more days in the week. And yeah, and it just makes it more enjoyable. Plus, you know, I got to thinking that when you're working out, I don't ever just go to the gym for 5 days straight. You know, you have some rest time in between there. But when you're hiking, it's not that way. It's like you're just working out all day long, 6 or 7 hours. And, you know, that can be hard on your body, which, you know, I've talked about that. No need for me to repeat that. But it's just learning. I'm just learning all of this and figuring it out that that's how it would be to hike, because my goal is to someday, when I am retired for good, whenever that does happen, I do want to try the Appalachian Trail. And if I did that, then I would want to make sure, you know, that I wasn't in any great rush having to try to get back to work, or like, you know, like this summer, I'm having to kind of have that in my mind, that I don't have a bunch of time to dawdle around. But I would like to be able to start off slow and work my way up, you know, and prevent injury that way a lot of times. But yeah, and then another thing that when I think about that, about doing that, that's a big commitment, you know, like 6 months. I don't know if I could be away from my family that long. Definitely, it would be rough to be away from my 2 kids. I'm used to seeing them and spending time together. I would have to figure out a way I would have them come and visit me, and we could just have a little vacay in between there and stuff. So that's for the future. But see, those are things that you think about. Your mind just gets to thinking about all kinds of stuff. So anyway, I'm going to say good night, and then I will see you tomorrow. And I believe I'm going to try to run over to the Bojangles and get a breakfast biscuit. Yeah, I've got to get over there and get that. I think they're open for breakfast. I thought it said that. I think so. A biscuit and a gravy. That'd be good. Anyway, we'll figure that out tomorrow. So, good night, everybody.